Righto. You should. It's always. Is it doing sign? I was doing sign language. I was. Yeah. That's all the deaf, dumb, and blind people out there. God bless you. Hey, got you back. There you go. Bosh. Sorry. Technical issue. We always have technical issues here. Listen, I'm not the BBC. I don't mess with children. You know, we're all good here. We work on a shoestring. My budget per year for broadcasting is about 3 pence. Yeah, it's all good fun. So yeah, sorry about that. I hope you was doing lip reading and signing. I bet someone's I'm going, Mummy's saying he's so that's all good for you lip readers out there, right? So that's good to do this morning to just translate what was going on there. It'd be interesting to see actually people that can lip read to put in the comments if they watch this later on, actually, what I was saying or trying to figure out what I was saying. But it doesn't matter. Is your mic turned off? So listen, you can all hear me now. Okay. Thank you, Sue McCallum, David Wilson. Hello, gorgeous. Zevi Zircon, as always, brother. Nice to see you. Cockney Patriots going, there you go. It was simple, wasn't it? Just click the internal mic. I do apologise. Thought it was just me, says Faye B. Hello, Faye. Nice to see you. So, yeah, as I was saying, lots going on in the world. We're going to be talking about police brutality today. At the roundabout with a guy being dragged out of a car, knee shattered in 2 places and left there to just scream like a pig for 25 minutes until the ambulance turned up. We're seeing parts of Dulwich actually being barricaded up as we speak. No passing for peasants. You're not allowed to go past. You've got the coronavirus. You've got to worry about the coronavirus. Come on now. They're shutting down, and apparently Jimmy Cranky, Nicola Sturgeon, has shut down the borders to Scotland. Hey, are we that worried? Come on, you know, it's not that bad, is it? As long as I wonder if we stop sending the money up there as well. Who knows? I was tuned in consciously. Zev, I like that. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Bob, your uncle, thanks, right. So look, Giuliano drops bombs about voters fraud that we've all been talking about. So Giuliano, I think, is the mayor of New York or mayor of America somewhere. I don't know where he's doing his mayoral duties. Crikey, that looks like I've got a mask on in the background. Can you see that? Can you see that? I look like I've been on the Costa del Sol. I haven't got a mask on. Trust me. Perhaps that's my avatar. You don't know. So, yeah, Giuliano is dropping bombs about President Trump, the frauds at the ballot boxes. And I personally, my own personal opinion is, do I trust any politicians? No. Do I think Trump is the better option to all the others? Yes, I do. Do I think Trump is going to be just fine. And I think there's going to be a lot come out about what's been going on with Joe Biden and voter fraud. And I hope it does, to be honest with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that Trump is there for a long time. So yesterday, 2 of my friends, a guy called Met, who's a barber, and Del Irons, went to Maidstone police station and were ushered out by the Wehrmacht with tasers, hands-on tasers. It seems to be like, you know, we all used to hold hands at school and sing songs. It seems now that the police, they put their hands on their taser whenever they feel uncomfortable. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to have you, son. I'm going to tase you. Bend over. You won't see where the entrance wounds is of these 2 little metal tags they fly. They send that little fishing hooks. You're all being fish hook people. I've just seen a video this morning of a guy out walking late at night, just exercising, and he gets pulled over by a copper. He says, I don't know whether to issue you with a fine or not. Apparently, the police have been told not to be issuing £10,000 fines no more because it's going against them. I don't trust them no more. But the point is this. Met this guy who's a barber who's had to shut his work down, and Dell's wife's shop, clothes shops had to shut down. But why are we not shutting all these other big corporations down? Seems like they're going after the little people that seem to be able to fend for themselves and don't rely on the government for handouts. It seems to me that they're the people they're going after. We've got a guy in Bristol, a tattooist, and I did have a tattoo done in my nether regions years ago. It was long when they ran out of ink. And he's been shut down. He's had 7 coppers there go there, shut him down, arrest him, take him away, put him in car. Personally, I think we're just all slaves. I think we are just slaves. And I think that the police have abused the position of trust that we ever placed within them. That's my personal opinion. Dell and Met were talking to these coppers yesterday in Maidstone, and Met was very calm and collected. Dell did get a bit excited, but I like that about him. We need people that get excited. We need people that don't tolerate nonsense. And it comes to a point, we're not prepared to listen to this no more. We are your public servants, but we're not public servants. We're really your masters. and we're now hands on tasers, and you got to get the fuck out of here because we don't like your line of questioning. So you have to question what country you're living in, and at that point, I would be saying, I'd be questioning about paying council tax and stuff like that. I would, because I think if you're putting fuel on the fire, you're certainly not helping the cause. That's just how I see it. Deutschland 1930. We're absolutely, I think we are in Deutschland 1930. I'm going to try and play you guys without it messing the feed up. Hopefully you can still see me. I'm going to try and find you. You should be able to see this on a video in the background. You're going to have to let me know whether you can hear this as well, and you're going to have to let me know whether you can hear and see this. If not, we'll abort the mission. This is three vile cops who think they got away with it, right? Now, I want you to watch this. This is a guy called Crime Bodge, and he is just awesome at what he does, okay? Now, little intro into Crime Bodge. This guy, I stumbled across Crime Bodge quite a few years ago, and Crime Bodge had a couple of bailiffs at his door in wherever it is he lives. He weren't happy, and the police turned up, and I think it's what started him off on his mission to take things to task and to not just sit back and accept what's going on in his country. And as myself, I personally appreciate what this man does. He is just completely, utterly awesome. He really is. So if you can all hear and see this, I'm going to get my fat head out of the way and we'll see where we go. This policeman, Paul Marina, PC 1277, Nick Musto, actually, I think it's Nick Musto, is in prison as we speak for, I think he's paedophiling, but you'll have to watch the video. But this video is quite shocking. I will warn my viewers that this might upset quite a few of you. And in a way, I hope it does upset you, because when you get upset, you might actually take the time to want to do something about it. So we'll have a listen to Crime Bodge. This is very disturbing. You are going to see this man get his kneecap shattered in a couple of places, and this video is wholly disgusting. But Crime Bodge is a fantastic channel. If you can get over and subscribe, please support him. We need people like this to crack on.
Hello and welcome to the Rural Newsletter. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Nick Musto. I've been a police officer for 18 and a half years, 15 of those based at Royston Police Station.
Can you see this?
It's fair to say that I've quite an extensive knowledge of the rural area. Rural life is very important to me, and I hope to work alongside many of you to keep our communities safe and free from crime. When he said work alongside, he meant that literally, because Nicholas Musto turned out to be yet another sexual predator that the police service recruit in gangs. He's currently serving 15 months in prison for misconduct in public office after exploiting a mentally ill victim of crime. PC Musto abused his position to regularly skive off duty so he could have sex with her. Although the woman was diagnosed as mentally ill before Musto took advantage of her, her mental illness was confirmed by the fact that she was willing to have sex with a police officer. Hertfordshire police were informed of Musto's criminal misconduct in 2013, but they excused him from all wrongdoing as part of the incredibly efficient and not in the least biased police complaints process. Hertfordshire police allowed him to continue unabated for 5 more years. Had they sacked him earlier, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to inflict a far greater abuse upon the public.
Can you see it now?
In May 2014, a police vehicle containing PC Stacey.
Oh, right here, copyright me. Okay.
This vehicle,
all right.
The driver's registration flashed up on an ANPR.
He's going to copyright me, so where's stop that? Just a thought this morning. I thought I'd give it a go. Can't see it. Maybe I won't get. Oh, so he's copyrighted his channel, is he? Oh dear. He will report you for copyright. Stop and start. He done Brian Harvey's channel, did he? Oh my God, it's a shame. I mean, I would fully welcome people just sharing information and getting the truth out there, to be more interested in than worried about whether their channel's getting copyrighted. You know, we're only here trying to spread information and to bring this country back to greatness. My personal opinion is that corporations are the thing that's pretty much killing us, ladies and gentlemen. We have corporations riding roughshod over us. The police are a corporation. Energy companies are just corporations, and they're only interested in smashing us. They're not interested in actually doing anything decent for us. It's about entrapment, and the entrapment comes through contracts, what you sign, and stuff like that. But we need to change our way of thinking and the way we operate as people. And I'm glad to say that many are now. Can't see. It's all right. I've stopped doing that video share. I was using StreamYard, but StreamYard don't really like me sharing videos now anyway. So it's okay to say stop paying CT, but when people own their property, the criminals will take it. Baron David Wall said that. It's not good, but what do we do? June Gower, well, we've got documents now where we've actually appointed our ministers as trustees within the trust. So we just send it all to our express trustees. Can't wait for Aaron's talk to work. Aaron, are we talking about Aaron Lambo, or are we talking about Aaron, the Aaron that I know, Aaron Sexton? Who are we talking about, Zevi? Yeah, the thing is, we act as trustees within the public trust, and people say, well, what is the public trust? And people say, you're out there in the public. Well, look, let me tell you, I've never ever met anyone in the public. I don't know anyone in the public, because to me, the public is a fiction. The public isn't real. The tattooist in Bristol, God bless him, has he? He's issued torts. Good for him. We need a breakthrough. We need just one to be taken to task, and it will open up a floodgates. Because the way I see it, the system protects itself. The corporations, through the police and the courts, are a self-protecting mechanism. They will protect their own private corporate interest over the well-being of us, the people, and it's gone too far. And I think the only way that we can change this is by using our brains and making that difference. Now, we've done this by paperwork. So basically what we've been doing over the last 8 weeks is we've been sending the Queen some stuff. We've been sending the Queen an acceptance to say thank you for accepting what we've sent you, and then we've expressed our ministers within the trust, and we've appointed them as trustees, and we've appointed Boris Johnson, we've appointed Priti Patel, and we've appointed Suella Braverman. And I'm literally done now. I'm literally done, and they've all been silent. I'm expecting something in the next few days. You know, like when you feel it in your water. I'm expecting something to drop on the mat, just to say, you know, whatever. But we're going to wait and see. My bloody hubby pays it. Don't want shit on his door. Hate him doing it. I know it's they've got everyone by the balls. It's a mafia. It's a cartel. It's piracy. They're just land pirates, and it's got to change. Croydon Borough Council, I do believe, has gone bankrupt. I think Sadiq Khan has ruined Croydon Borough Council. And the latest news and updates that I've got is that Croydon Borough Council are in receivership and in bankruptcy. And I just want that to happen across the board. Because you ever remember the scene in the film Fight Club with Brad Pitt, when at the end of the movie, Brad is in a building holding his girlfriend's hand, and there's all these other detonations and these buildings are full. It's all metaphorical. But he says to her, don't worry, everything's going to be just fine. Now, that's my mentality. I want all these big illusionary powers to come to an end, and I want people to have to figure things out for themselves, and I want them all actually have to come together in their communities to find a way through, a decent way, instead of being all this corporatocracy. I can't even say the word. We are absolutely smashed over the head by these corporations, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. I keep telling him, where is the consent? There isn't. No. And that's the thing, you know, show me where 70 million people have consented to be governed this way, by being beaten up by our own police and being harmed by our own police. Now, the video I was just trying to show you with Crime Bodge, this guy's got dragged out of his car because the DWP, another government institution, wants to talk to him. And they've shattered his kneecap in 2 places. Now, the guy himself was very sporty. can't do none of that no more because his mobility's gone. They've ruined him. The government, all the followers, the police. We need a Nuremberg style trial in this country. I'm sorry to say it, but we need a Nuremberg style trial in this country, and we need to hold our public servants accountable. Now at Nuremberg, their defence was we were told to do it. We were ordered to do it. Sorry, I don't make it right. The Nuremberg trials was all about morals. It was all about, well, you shouldn't have been doing it. You knew you shouldn't have been doing it, but you did it because you was told to do it. We're at a place in this country now where yesterday there was in the Maidstone police station, this cop said, we're told by government to do this. Hang on, you're supposed to be apolitical. The police are supposed to be apolitical. They're not supposed to be involved in politics. And the copper said, we'll have to go and see the council. What's the council got to do with policing? Apart from the council fund the police. And that's why they do what they're told. They're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. The council own and control the police. It's very dangerous. It's very, very, very dangerous because some high-ranking individual in the council's only got to give and slip something through to the police, go and do this, go and do that, and they will go and do it. It's very dangerous. The police are not supposed to be swayed by political bias or political gain or monetary gain. They're not. They're supposed to be impartial. They're not supposed to get involved in none of that. They're supposed to be taking a fair wage just from the purse of taxation. They're certainly not supposed to be a political weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not supposed to be a political weapon. And we was warned about this. What's wrong with David Icke selling books? Nothing wrong with David Icke selling books at all. All I'm saying is we need solutions. We need to all come together. We need someone that's going to lay a path to greatness. And I think that given his viewers and the amount of people that believe and trust in him, he should be giving us and putting out there that people need to do this and to do that if they wish to. But all we get is just what he talks about, which is theorising. And I think it's good. Oh, Icke is good. Yeah, I'm not saying Icke is not. I used to talk to David Icke. David Icke's a good man. But we need solutions. We can't just keep talk while we're all having our back doors kicked in. Constitution is the solution, Article 14, Section 4. The Constitution is kind of a solution, and it does. What the Constitution does is it limits the powers that the Crown has. But people say, we're the Crown. The people are the Crown. The Crown versus so-and-so. Well, you're the Crown people. You are all living, breathing, so you're all the Crown, right? And the police and fire commissioners overseeing crimes against children in North Yorkshire is disgusting. These people no longer work for the people. They couldn't care less. They're just interested in lining their own pockets. They're not interested in protecting people, and it's got to stop. We have to do something about this. Common law solution, Graham Moore's been slagged off now. I know Graham Moore very well. Graham is a very long-time good buddy of mine, and I love him dearly. And he's right. He's generally right in everything that he says. He gets very excited. And I love him, and I won't never stop loving him. He's a good lad. And he has used the Constitution in a court case in Westminster where he got arrested for being outside Buckingham Palace petitioning the Queen. And his defence was the Bill of Rights and the Queen's coronation oath. And it all got thrown out of court. The judges didn't know what to do, and the police bugged out, and the CPS said, we've got no evidence to offer. How could they? And he walked out and then went into the pub, and they all had a bit of a knees up. Got council tax bailiffs on my case, but the dummos have gone to the neighbour's house instead. You can't make this up. These bailiffs are land pirates. It's piracy. We're being fucked over by land pirates. We've got to stop it. They've got well out of control. They're like the police. They're just going around cleaning up. It's a clean-up operation. They seem to think that their paper system is the be-all and end-all. And as I see it, it's a bit of the devil's work. It's got to stop. We're not a free people. We think we're a free people, but we're not. We're slaves. And the minute that you are honest enough to accept the fact that you are a slave, you might actually want to start doing something about it. But the British socialists are a problem. Buying our rights, we need an English parliament. Absolutely right, we do. We need a people for the people, by the people. And I do believe we will get back to that. I do genuinely think at some point there's going to be a pushback, and we'll see what happens. Isn't that a data breach? What of? A data breach of what? They are stealing the Constitution. They're trying to. They can't. They cannot do away with the Bill of Rights or any of that. They can't. They're not allowed to. They can try, and it's whether the people resist. Boiling kettle sorts out bailiffs. Go on, Cockney Patriot. I'm surprised you're not pouring up wax over your ramparts on them. Yeah, we're in funny times, ladies and gentlemen, and I just come in here on the basis of I might touch someone new every day. I might start a spark in them that gets them going, that makes them want to take back control of their own lives, and to stop being just corporate slaves and to keep rolling over. They keep attacking our bank accounts. They keep attacking our natural wealth, and we've got to stop this because they won't stop until they've got all of it. Answer the door with a steaming kettle. They soon back off. Ooh, Constitution is about common law, so Graham is being a hypocrite. Constitution is about common law. It can't. No, the common laws, right? The Constitution is stuff that come together with the crowns, the people, the commoners, and the Lord spirituals, all that. They had to be free. They had to have the hang on, you got me going now. You had to have the monarch, you had to have the commons, and you had to have the lords come together, and that's where a constitutional document was signed and sealed and ratified. The common law is what is based from statute law, and it is, say for instance, there's a court case going on with a jury, and the jury find that so and so's guilty of rape, and that he's got and the judge gives him 7 years, then that summarization of that court case, that becomes the common law, right? Yeah. But the common law is, does it work? Obviously not. It's not working. Because you can quote common law and these bastards are just riding all the way over you, aren't they? Let's be honest. And I think that's a very dangerous thing to be at. The government is, our IC is no different from the German parliament that Adolf Hitler had. Sadly, it's very guts me to say this, but I think that our parliament is just like the Wehrmacht, and I can't stand it because there's no freedom. Magna Carta, etc., is common law, kind of. Good morning, Dave, and all lovely people. But it depends on what court you're in, and it doesn't matter what court you're in. It's how you are. It's how you invoke yourself. You invoke the jurisdiction. You make the court whatever it is you want to make the court. But what you've got to remember is this is all set up against you. None of this is for you. And you've got to be pretty astute and pretty clever to win in their system, because their system is geared up to fuck you, right? Yeah, let's be honest. Their system is geared up to make you have it. It's certainly not there to enhance your life. And we need a system that enhances your life. We need a system that is there, a bit like when the Duke trashed his car a few years ago and took out someone on that road. His car was a mess, all right? Didn't have a seatbelt on. These people don't have licenses, people. There's no way the police can force the Duke to go and resit this test or do that, because he never had one in the first place. The Queen don't have a driving license. She's sovereign. Sovereigns don't have to beg. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sovereigns don't beg. They don't beg. They don't beg for this, that, the other. It's a given. So he was replaced with a brand new Range Rover within the next day. Range Rover turned up at his house and delivered the Duke a brand new motor. And I would love to live in a system where that was for you. If you had a little $2,000 car and you had it written off and you needed to get out there to get working, to get providing for your family, I'd love a system that replaced that for you. I really would. And there's no reason why we can't have that. This is the dichotomy. There's no reason why we can't have all these great things. But we've been led to believe that we just have to beg, borrow and steal for our existences, and we have to beg. We're in feudalism. We're absolutely in feudalism. And on a daily basis, we are beating the statute system. And that's good. That's fantastic, man. I'll tip me out to everyone that's on it. They ignore common law, so it's pointless. Only way is revolution. Maybe that could be the case. We have had foreign EU law, habeas corpus treason in our courts. Yeah, well, Boris Johnson, on his very first address to the nation from Downing Street, to rapturous applause, said that we're a nation. 6 minutes into his podcast, he said we're a nation of common law, and habeas corpus. He said we're a nation of the rule of law and habeas corpus. And I spat my tea out because I thought, wow, why has he done that? Why has he mentioned that? When was the last time you ever heard a politician go on the stage and talk about the rule of law and habeas corpus? You never heard of it, have you? Just watched the Turkmenistan video, Ash Kaba, free energy and no war or poverty. Beautiful. Sounds lovely. Habeas corpus is we the people, constitutional law, bring it back. It's already there. It's not gone away. We've just got these corporations riding roughshod over us. And because they own the person, you can't claim to use constitutional law when you're claiming to be a Mr. or a Mrs. because that's a fiction. It's not in the real world. Does that make sense? They don't ignore common law. I had a case closed out on the paperwork from CLC. Good man. I'm loving it, son. I'm loving it. Us men, look, there's many angles we can come from. There's many angles to bring back our own personal greatness. And for one, I applaud that. I applaud people that are standing up and making a stand and saying no. I really do. It means you've got balls. It means you've got gusto. It means you're not going to be battered by these people. And it's fantastic to see. Honestly, it is. When people win cases and people get things shut down, here comes my postman. I just love it. It's so exciting to see. I really do get a buzz of seeing you all have your own personal greatness. So, listen, peeps, I'm going to be back with you later today. I'm going to go and see what my postman's got for me tomorrow. I've got a funny feeling he's got something very important for me. If he has, I'll be back on a little bit later. These podcasts, as always, are impromptu. They're just whenever I feel like popping on. I love every single one of you. Keep it real. And just keep out there spreading the greatness, spread the love. The bigger we become, the more noisy we are. I love you all. We are all straw men. Exactly right.